They chained my ranch gate shut at dawn, left my 40 cattle parched for 3 days, and when I begged for answers, Karen Whitaker, the HOA queen, just sneered through the phone. Sell your land, Tom, or suck it up. Her plan was to choke me out, force me to ditch my family's 50-acre legacy to her shiny Willow Creek estates, but now I'm on my porch, bourbon in hand, watching her HOA trucks line up to pay tolls on my road. Where are you watching this from? Drop a comment and let me tell you how I flipped this mess into the sweetest win of my life. I'm Tom Hargrove, and this ranch, tucked in the hills outside San Antonio, has been my family's soul for 35 years. I was a contract lawyer in Houston for 2 decades, but after my wife, Ellie, lost her fight with leukemia 4 years back, I came home to the quiet, the cattle, the wildflowers she loved. It's not fancy, just weathered barns and barbed wire, but it's ours, bought by my great-grandfather in 1928 when this was empty country. Now million-dollar mansions crowd my fence, their spotlights killing the stars. I kept peace with the Willow Creek folks when they built their gated suburb 12 years ago, but Karen Whitaker? She wanted my land gone. Farms don't belong next to luxury, she told me at our one polite sit-down, sliding a developer's card my way. I said this ranch was my heart, Ellie's too. Her eyes went cold. Good luck with that. Karen started small complaints about cow smells that didn't exist, tickets for my truck's noise, even trying to slap HOA rules on my land, which isn't theirs to touch. The night before my yearly cattle drive, she emailed some nonsense about boundary tweaks for safety. I was too busy prepping, hiring 2 hands, checking the herd, to dig into it. Ellie always said I gave people too much credit. At 4 a.m. on June 10th, the air sharp, we herded the cattle toward the access road, our legal right, written in the HOA's charter for 1 day a year to reach the eastern pasture. Then I saw it, a padlock, gleaming like a taunt, with a sign, security maintenance. My gut twisted. Forget your key, Tom? Miguel, one of the hands, joked, then went quiet. I called Karen, hands shaking as the cattle snorted. Tom, bit early for chit-chat, she purred. Karen, unlock my gate. This is my easement, and your bylaws. Her laugh cut like a blade. Read the email, Tom. We're securing our perimeter bylaws. Let us block access for safety. No notice needed. Could be weeks. I hung up, rage burning, when Sarah Jennings, a decent neighbor from the HOA, ran up, panting. Tom, Karen knew your drive was today. She planned this. I sent the hands home, paid them for nothing, and sat in my kitchen, staring at Ellie's empty chair. I dodged fights since she died, just kept my head down. But this? I slammed the table, coffee spilling. Not a day, Karen. I dug through old deeds, maps so brittle they cracked, and spotted a faded lineal easement, not just for my gate, but something bigger. 3 days. I lived in county records, called old lawyer buddies, and found gold. The main road to Willow Creek's ritziest homes, 25 mansions worth millions, and over a 40-foot strip of my land. My granddad let developers use it in the 90s, a verbal deal, never signed over. They've been trespassing for 12 years. Better yet, Karen Nush tried forging a deed with my dad's signature 2 years ago, but the county clerk caught her. My blood boiled. I called Rachel Cortez, my law school pal turned real estate shark. You own that strip, Tom, she said. You can shut it down with notice, but Karen's got friends inspectors, councilmen. She's dirty. Be smart. I played it cool. At dawn on day 4, I had a crew post signs along the strip. Private property trespassers pay. QR codes linked to county records. Cameras caught every move. This gonna work, Tom? Miguel asked, bolting down a sign. It's not about working, I said. It's about what's mine. By 9 a.m., Karen called, spitting fire. Take those signs down, or our lawyers will crush you. I stayed steady. Check the QR codes. Karen, county doesn't lie. Residents can call for access terms. She slammed the phone down. Sarah texted, Karen's telling the board to bury you. Watch out. That afternoon, Karen rolled up with 2 board guys, tearing at my signs. I called the sheriff. Deputy Ortiz checked my deeds, told her, "These are legal. Leave him." Karen's face went purple. "He's holding us hostage." Ortiz raised an eyebrow. "You knew the land wasn't yours?" She stormed off, but Greg Patel, a board member, hung back. "Those aquifer reports you emailed, are they legit?" "County files, Greg." Karen signed them, buried the damage. See, I'd found the HOA's dirty secret. Their expansion screwed the groundwater, threatening my ranch and others. Karen hid it to keep building. I emailed every resident land deeds, easement violations, aquifer reports, her forgery attempt, just facts, no accusations. My inbox exploded with residents' shock, fury. Karen called an emergency HOA meeting, yelling about extortion, but it tanked. Greg dropped a bomb, burned $150,000 on consulting with no paper trail. Residents turned. Then Karen got nasty. "Someone cut my fence at night. 5 cattle got loose. 1 nearly caused a wreck. My cameras caught 2 hooded figures, no faces, but a torn glove screamed setup." The county hit me with a $1,500 warning. I was drained $10,000 gone on surveys, cameras, fees. I stared at Ellie's photo, whispering, "Am I done?" Her voice echoed, "You don't quit, Tom." Next day, I met Clara Benson, a 68-year-old widow with land Karen wanted for a new road to Dodge my strip. Clara hated Karen years back. Karen bullied her over a water line. "Ellie saved my home once," Clara said. "I'm in." With a loan from a developer who despised Karen, I bought Clara's parcel before the HOA could. When Karen's bulldozers hit, I walked up with the sheriff, deed in hand. "You're trespassing." Karen's mouth fell open. "We had a deal." "Talks, not signatures," I said. "Move faster next time." The HOA meeting that night was a circus. Residents, led by Greg, grilled Karen's lies, her $10,000 per home lawsuit plan. Greg leaked her rant, vowing to destroy me. I didn't wait. I called Councilwoman Elena Ruiz, who loathed Karen's backroom deals. I gave her everything: deeds, aquifer damage, forgery. "This is bigger than land," Elena said, setting a public hearing. At 3 a.m., I woke to bulldozers ripping my fence, Karen herself directing an illegal dig. I grabbed my camera, called the cops, Elena, and reporters I'd prepped. By dawn, Karen was busted, her permits fake. Residents, tipped by Sarah, showed up, livid. A kid, maybe 13, shouted, "Tom's the only one telling the truth." I took a mic from a reporter. "I don't want revenge, just peace for Ellie, for this land. I'll give both roads to the HOA if Karen quits and you turn Clara's land into Ellie Hargrove Park." The crowd cheered. A month later, Karen was gone, her house sold, facing a fraud probe. Greg's president now, and we signed a deal. My cattle roam free, the park's safe, HOA trucks pay $20 to fund it, the gate chirping, fee paid. Happy trails. Now, I watch my herd graze, no chains, just open land. Ellie's park is alive, kids play, neighbors plant trees. I told them, Ellie saw land as a vow, not a trophy. Some wept, me too. This fight didn't just save my ranch, it brought me back, gave me community. Justice isn't pretty, but it's worth it. Was I too hard, or did Karen get what she deserved? Comment below, tell me your take on land, power, and what makes a neighborhood real.